Welcome to the Justin and Greg Show. It's Tuesday night. Tonight, we're talking about the craziest Christmas gift fads you've ever been a part of.
And like weird holiday traditions that have no business being in society anywhere.
And of course, we have one last surprise. It's called the Golden Globes. We're going to get into it. It's JAGS.
Boom!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
What happened to you? You look like Hollywood.
I'm not feeling good.
Actually, though? Like, what?
Right.
What kind of not feeling good?
Well, I hope you get sick.
No, but like,
You're sitting this close to me.
what end is what I'm saying? Like, do you have a fever or do you have something else?
Nothing is coming out anywhere. I just don't feel great.
Oh, dear. It's going to be a long night. Anyway, welcome to the Justin and Greg Show. If this is your first time tuning in, this is a show where we talk about any and everything, but usually fun things.
Not everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like your one break in the week to not think about politics and to relax and have fun, and hopefully you're going crazy in the comments. You're having a lot of fun.
Having a ton of fun. Speaking of comments, let's talk about like comment of the week last week. Jolene Keynes, in regard to Elf on a Shelf, said, "We didn't need Elf on a Shelf. We had Belt on the Shelf, and we were good all year."
Yeah, so last week we got into Elf on a Shelf, and that actually made a lot of people happy because like, yeah, Belf on a Shelf. Belf?
Belf on a Shelf.
Belch on a Shelf, maybe? I don't know.
That's a different thing.
Before we get too far into it, comment of the week. So if you get the comment of the week, everyone's in the comments right now. You're going to see some popping up on the screen. If you like those comments, comment right here. Millie Lemieux, nice flat bunny hug, Justin. It looks quite round to me.
Hoodie of the Prairies.
Yeah.
Limited edition, you guys. Well,
So like that. If you comment, there's a good chance we can see. We have actually producer Chris in the house tonight.
Hey,
Chris,
say hi.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, great.
Mark is in the dungeon again.
Yeah.
I don't know why or what he did, but that's okay.
He couldn't make it. Katie wouldn't let him out. It's
Anyway,
fine.
if you're your comment of the week, you get a $10 gift card to anywhere in Canada. Just reach out, let us know.
Yeah.
But before we get too far into it, it's Christmas season, and you do not look festive at all. I have put up a nice bow, so I got this for you to put on. A little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You have two of these.
Yeah, of course.
How do they turn on
Well,
here?
you just put them on, and then you stretch it, they start blinking.
What?
Yeah. How's that?
Looks
weird, hey?
great.
Yeah, uncomfortable. Maybe we won't do this the whole show, but just till we get into it.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
we are into it. You've never looked better.
I don't believe that at all.
Anything is an improvement.
No.
Yeah.
You're coming from a guy who's sick. Anyway, we have some Justin and Greg sweaters. I want to remind you, these are limited edition sweaters. If you want these, we actually probably will never do sweaters again. So there's only like,
It's just way too much work.
yeah, there's like 5 or 7 sweaters left before Christmas. If you want one, they're worth the price in gold. I think it's $55 Canadian plus tax.
There's very limited sizes and colors left. If you're interested, let us know. Lots of them are gone. We can't actually get more. We've run out of the sweater source that we had. A sweater source.
You look ridiculous.
You have lots of sweat sources.
You look ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
You
reason
look
I
better.
said Canadian is because if you're relatively new to the show, there's a lot of American viewers coming in, and a lot from Las Vegas. So we did a Las Vegas video and said, hey, we want the Las Vegas Golden Knights to be our team in the NHL.
Not move here. Stay where you are. We will come to you in
And-
Las Vegas.
And the Las Vegas fans are like, yes, this is happening. These are photos from tonight. So this is Sean. He's like the Vegas Golden Knights biggest fan. Has put Saskatchewan flag on his chest plate, on the back of his helmet. You can see that there.
Yeah.
And he's meeting people live from Saskatchewan. They're saying, hey, I love Saskatchewan. I'm like, you're grafted into us. It's insane. You're insane Vegas Golden Knight fans.
Shout out, Sean. He's like recruited all these new fans to JAGS. Unfortunately, every single JAGS show since we did this, the puck drops at a Vegas Golden Knights game the exact same time JAGS starts. So we need to talk to them about their scheduling.
Yeah, I mean,
Paul Bettman, get him out. He's the worst.
it's too bad. Katie Smolensky says, producer Mark could use some help with the basement reno, Justin and Greg. It's the least you could do for all he's done for you.
Stab us in the back all the time, leave us high and dry, say horrible things, put inappropriate comments on the screen. Is that all he's done for us?
Yeah, anyway, Katie, I gave him
Maybe
a nice...
we could burn down your house.
Wow,
Jeepers.
that's aggressive. I gave him a really nice contact that'll help save you guys a lot of time. So.
Contact? Like for his eye?
No, a contact
Just
that'll do
one?
his roof for him.
Isn't it tough to see?
Ugh. Anyway, let's get on with the show.
Hey, where was that from? Like, what kind of plastic was I touching my face with?
The dollar store, so I'm sure it was Canadian sourced. For sure.
Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
If you're on the internet and you've heard of the video streaming program called Netflix, they have all your data and they let us know it.
Maybe we should set this up. So Netflix at the end of the year pulls a whole bunch of data from their show. We'll come back to that tweet in a second. And they basically found all these trends and different things that they were looking at. And so what they saw here was that 53 people watched A Christmas Prince every day for the past 18 days. So the tweet is to the 53 people who watched Christmas Prince every day for the past 18 days. Who hurt you?
No,
Who hurt you?
I want that person actually to come out and tell us who it is because I want to get to know them.
Right.
But like, you have like Netflix. When you tune into Netflix, and it tells you, it recommends a show that you would never watch. You ever had this problem where you're like, I would never watch the Netflix, but maybe I should.
And then you try it, and sometimes you're like, yo, that was a good show.
Yeah, it's like,
they know you.
They know us really
The
well.
other funny stat I saw was somebody in Canada watched Return of the King, like the 4.5-hour Lord of the Rings movie, 361 times in a year.
Do you think it was like a video store, like an old school Blockbuster that just won't die?
Oh, maybe.
Right? Just like,
Where
hey,
you
we
like,
love this.
If you ever worked in an electronics store, you probably didn't have the brains for it, but you always had to walk around and put DVDs in and just let them repeat. You'd set them up so they just replayed the whole movies all day long.
Right.
Anyway, they maybe did that with Netflix.
For those of you who are new, DVD is this disc that used to play videos back in the 1900s.
Laserdisc, bro. Laserdisc. Hey, let's talk about Christmas family traditions. And I don't know what we're talking about with this.
It's actually in the wrong spot. Go to the next slide.
Oh.
So this is Spotify also has your data. They give this out, and people love this. And this is our good friend, big fan of the show, Taryn Cochran, said in 2017 he listened to 53,000 minutes of music, different songs, artists, genres, that sort of thing. And people love this, but other people find it creepy, kind of like the Netflix. Like the people on the Netflix were saying like, "Hey, like leave us alone, Netflix. We don't want to know." And I'm like, get over it. I want them
Cost
to
to do
know.
an entry. Melissa Williams
Wow.
McCullough. I don't think that was my 10-year-old Summer who watched it every day. Lord of the Rings?
No, I think you're talking about the Christmas.
Oh, Christmas Prince? Oh.
That's a story. We'll have you on the show, Melissa. You can tell us all about it. Or we'll bring Summer on. That'll be more fun.
Hey, and maybe that's a Christmas family tradition.
There we go.
Traditions. If you didn't know this about Greg, spelling is not his forte.
Nope.
So, weird family Christmas traditions. We want to hear from you guys.
We used to always, this was our thing, when the first weekend of the December, I don't know what's in the in front of everything.
Yeah.
The first weekend of the December, we
Okay.
would go get our real tree and go to Pizza Hut. That was it's not weird, but we
A
would
real
do that.
tree? You
Yeah.
could burn down your house.
Yeah, we could.
Ours is like, we're very anti-Christmas traditions, where we would have Christmas sometimes on the 23rd. My dad works shift work, and you make a lot of money on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or different things. And now it's typically, do you know what our Christmas dinner this year is going to be?
Pierogies.
Homemade pizzas with like all like fresh toppings, and they're good.
So your tradition is there's no tradition.
Correct.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wow, because I mean, from the East Coast, you all know this. In when we're around my family, you actually have like this massive seafood chowder on Christmas Eve, and it's amazing.
How long did you live in the East Coast?
Long enough to be from the East Coast.
9 months?
9 months longer than you. East
Sure.
Coast till I die.
Okay.
Till I die.
I spent 3 days in Chicago, so I'm from Chicago.
That's not how it works. You'll be born there. Andrew Russell, Christmas Eve. I watched Home Alone 1 and 2. I've been doing it for close to 20 years. I have some of the same traditions. Every year I make sure I watch
Really?
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Never 3 and definitely not
Home
4.
Alone?
Yeah, Home Alone.
Or your own 1 and 2?
No, Home Alone.
Okay, good.
1 and 2, 1.
It's fine. We had votes on the other like great Christmas movies, but there's something about putting yourself in the festive season. Megan wanted me to get cable so she could watch those like made-for-TV
the Hallmark
Hallmark
ones.
movies,
Yeah, Hallmark
which are
made-
all terrible.
They made 24 movies for December 1st to 24 this year, knowing they're bad, but people still watch them.
Apparently, 19 out of the 24 movies were all about women leaving and coming back and hooking up with their high school sweethearts. Something. I saw a tweet about it. I don't
Wow.
actually know. But cable is so expensive. I looked at doing it. It was going to be like $160.
Not worth it.
Anyway,
Not condoning
crazy.
stealing, just don't do it. Jackson Benyon, there's a Home Alone 4. There actually is. It's got to be terrible. I refuse to watch it.
I watched the third one.
Yeah, in theaters I saw it. I was so excited. I made a huge mistake.
Home Alone 4?
There's no Home Alone 3 I saw in the theaters.
Oh, yeah.
Where before we knew what it was, we thought like, oh, it's gonna be funny. It wasn't. Anyway, Home Alone 4, it's a thing. Yeah.
Have you guys heard about HQ? If you haven't yet, HQ is this like amazing, wild live trivia app where it's you against 300,000 other people, and typically there's 50 to 4 people left, and they split the pot of anywhere from $1,500 now up to like $10,000. It's amazing.
Trish Harrison says, guys, I'm gonna make some Golden Knights T-Mobile Arena hockey pierogies happen. You wait. This is Trish from Vegas. She's probably at the game right now, Trish.
we're there.
Yeah.
Just let us know when the pierogies are on the menu, or make your own special ones. You guys like tailgate in Vegas yet? We can tailgate with some pierogies before the game. That's amazing.
Small caveat on HQ, you have to have an iPhone to play right now.
Yeah, Android is coming, but it is such a fun game. In fact, if you want to get in on it, just use my referral code here, Justin Rivas, and I will get extra free lives, and you will get a multitude of benefits as well, I'm sure.
It's not true, but...
Why is this Spotify slide in here like 18 times?
You did the slides, not me, man. No. You might as well show it. It's embarrassing.
Anyway, there is now a competitor HQ, which is called Q. And it's this really awkward dude, and nobody really watches, and the prizes are smaller, and it's good.
Yeah, the prizes and the packages are tiny. It is, like, wild. It's wild how you can just rip something off like that. And it's like, hey, I'm going to do what you're doing, only worse. I'm going to get attention. I'm going to give free money away. Why would you play it?
Well, maybe if you were so addicted to HQ and you realize HQ only happens twice a day, you might be going, I need something new called Q. Oh my goodness. Leanne Horning Wright, Regina girl now living in Vegas, attending pregame with my favorite knight, who is also follows Saskatchewan, asked me to hashtag Justin Gregg, BJK Ultimate Fan.
Yeah, they're taking over the show. Where are you? Saskatchewan
Vegas.
and Canada. Like, where's everyone else here?
Is anybody else in the comments?
We're going to move to Vegas after this.
Amazing. Anyway, you guys, here's the thing in life. Just be original. Like, rip off our show and do it better. We're not that good. But when somebody's actually doing well and you got 300,000 live viewers every time, I don't know, you just make a ripoff.
It's tough, yeah. I like that. Be original if you can be better. Don't do the same thing but worse.
But worse?
Unless you're intentional.
The funny thing about this is Q is actually started by a video streaming company, and HQ has been having a little bit of problems because they have so many people on it, their servers are having trouble. So this video company reached out to them to partner. HQ said, get bent, and then they started Q to basically take them down. So,
it's kind of like Snapchat when they said no to Facebook.
Scorned Lovers. Something like that.
It'd be a Hallmark movie.
Is that a good, that's a good band name. Scorned Lovers?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a thing.
Probably is a thing. Yeah. Speaking of things nobody cares about.
Golden Globes!
Hey, these are going to be on here soon.
The 75th annual Golden Globe Awards are coming. And I
75
know that you guys
years.
are not sleeping because you know what's coming. Right? Let's say, oh my goodness, is it Christmas? No, it's Golden Globe season.
Let's look at some of the nominees. Very popular movies I'm sure you guys have all seen or heard of.
The Shape of Water, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and of course The Phantom Thread. Like, these are all must-watches. Must-watches.
Did those come out already, or they're coming out next year?
Right? That's the question. Because we don't care. We know that they're probably great movies, but come on, give me more Home Alone 1 and 2.
I really couldn't care less about anything.
Anything in general?
Probably.
So last week we talked about the Grammys. This week we're talking about the Golden Globes, and pretty soon we're talking about the Academy Awards. Justin Thomas, I hope no one starts the Brian and Geoff show. Geoff's kind of an awkward name.
It is kind of an awkward name.
It's Jeff. Jeff.
He says it's pronounced GIF, but
Yeah.
it's Jiff.
Geoff.
No, it's definitely Jiff.
So anyway, people don't watch these shows anymore. Like, the stats are always like, hey, they're declining. They're not really a thing anymore. So what we decided to do is fix it.
You're welcome, Golden Globes.
We're going to introduce the JAGS Golden Globes viewing party. And what this is we're going to go live on January 7th and watch the Golden Globes collectively as a community. So we're going to put it on, and then we'll just fill in the commercials. And we'll commentate, and we'll make
be
fun
live.
of
We'll
speeches.
be chatting about all the time. You can get in there, and it'll be way more entertaining. And you guys are entertaining and offensive, so I'm sure there'll be some great comments.
Because how often do you watch these shows and you're by yourself, only with one friend, you're just tweeting your friends, or you're on Twitter doing it. We can all do it together, and it'll be amazing, it'll be fun, and I guarantee your comments will come up, and we will all laugh.
I hope somebody falls on the stairs. It doesn't, like, grossly hurt themselves, just something.
Yeah, and anyway, so speaking of movies, there's a thing that happens sometimes when you watch movies, right? Has anyone been in a situation where you're watching a movie and someone walks in at a really awkward part and they're like, hey, what are you watching?
You know, that, like, one part of the movie. We've got a video about this. We're going to explain in chat. We want to know from you guys, is this a thing? Like, is this a thing that you guys have experienced, or is it just us? Here we go.
Bro, I cannot seem to get a hold of your mom today.
Why are you trying to get a hold of my mom?
She's making me cookies.
You mean making me cookies?
Yeah, making us cookies.
Did you try calling her?
Yeah, call, text, email, nothing.
Did you mom censor?
Did I mom censor?
Yeah, you know when you're a kid, you're watching a movie, and there's like that one awkward scene you don't want your parents to walk in on? What happens?
They walk in at that time, yeah.
Yeah, well, just mom censor.
Dude, we're adults.
Yeah, just watch. I'll put on some Titanic. Watch what happens.
I expect to get what I
Ready, and 3, 2, 1.
Hey, I brought you guys some cookies. What are you watching?
Whoa.
Gotcha cookies.
So, I mean, that was based off personal experience.
Yeah. I think actually my favorite one was watching Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in the movie theater with some friends. I didn't even tell my mom what movie I went to. And somehow, like 8 seconds before the love scene started, she came into the theater, talked her way past security, came and dragged me out of the theater. So
Yeah, it's a thing. I actually asked around about this. I said, hey, did you ever experience this where your parents came down, you're watching a movie, and it was the most awkward moment, and they're like, what are you watching? And you're like, well, the movie's fine, Mom or Dad. And they're like, no, it's not. Get upstairs,
Take it and go
weirdo.
back.
And I'm like, Did it happen to you? We can't be alone in that. Patrick?
I don't think we're alone. Anybody else?
He's like, I
He
plead
never
the fifth.
watched a
He
bad
pleads
movie in
the
his
fifth,
life.
yeah.
That's probably why.
That's not true. No, we saw a bad movie together, I'm sorry.
What?
Oh, not different kind of bad. Different context. Anyway, moving on. What's next?
What's like a different kind of bad?
I can't. Wasn't it terrible? What was it? No, we saw like a horrible movie.
Like
It just
Sharknado?
wasn't good. No, yeah, that kind of bad. That's what I mean. No, I'll remember it in the middle of the show anyway. Anyway, man flu. Man flu is a thing. So you guys have heard about this man flu where Miriam.
Deanie, you're not alone. Thank you.
That's what I need to know.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're not alone. Okay, so man flu. Collective exhale before we go off the rails here. It's a thing. So men are always complaining when they get sick, and people in popular media are saying, "Hey,
I'm very sick.
when you get sick, is that the joke tonight, or are you actually sick?"
No, I am.
They say that men complain worse. That they complain, they whine, they moan, and they're like, "Listen, when I'm sick, I'm sick, and you look after me, but I don't like make it like an end of the world thing."
But now apparently a doctor has confirmed that it's actually a thing.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that headline says "doctor argues" instead of "confirm."
You're a doctor. You just got to be the authority.
Yeah, and I mean, if I'm a doctor, I'm doing this sort of stuff, right? I'm like, oh yeah, guess what? Man flu's a thing. Everyone knows my name. I'm all across Canada in the media. I up my rates. Boom. That's good marketing.
I don't know if it's necessarily true because, like, I'm deathly ill right now, but I'm doing the show fine. Meanwhile, my wife has been sick for like 4.5 weeks, and she's like, I can't pick up the kids. I can't get out of bed. I just sleep all the time. It's not the same. So.
You're right. It's not the same, and if you don't know the context of that situation, it's completely different. Where you're a bad guy and she's okay.
She's had her jaw broken in 7 places.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal.
It was surgery. Anyway, Hillary Hamduck, a male doctor. Yeah, actually, funny, it was a male doctor.
It's
What did you say your last name was?
Hey Duke.
What did I
Hey,
say? Hamduck?
Hamduck. Yeah. I like that better. Congratulations, my cousin Nick and Hillary. You're now Hamducks.
Anyway, Hillary, you're right. It was a man doctor, which we probably need some more science in this.
It's still science.
Yeah.
It's
You can't argue with science, right?
Speaking of science, the Fingerling is this year's must-have toy. A robotic monkey is hard to find on shelves or online.
The fingerling.
Let me just look at that again. The Fingerling.
What does it do?
It looks like it's a monkey that
Yeah, it's a monkey.
humps your finger.
I saw it, like the head moves and you can like pet it and its eyes blink. You literally cannot find these things. In
It's-
fact, it's so popular right now that people are like selling you fake ones on the internet. Like, hey, you just bid and you won this one, it's fake. And they're in the Chinese ones, the market, they're huge. They're all like $20 too. Like they're all affordable if you can find them. Sandra Buster Moore, Greg, if Justin's sick, move away. You don't want to be sick for Christmas. Thanks, Mom.
Top medical advice from your mom.
She
Always
always-
looking out for your best
She's looking
interests.
out for me.
She's actually looking out for herself.
Billy Lemieux, forget turkey, hashtag ham duck for Christmas.
Hey, that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Put a ham inside of a duck.
Yeah, forget turducken.
Inside of
ham
a
ducks.
chicken inside of a turkey. Ham turducken.
Let's do it.
Ham duckin.
I'm not gonna live that down.
I feel like people are going to use these poorly. Make poor decisions with these.
What I want to know,
Yeah, look at. They're going to make poor decisions with
what
these.
I want to know is if you're watching the show right
Poor
now,
decision.
if you have one.
And there's another person making a poor decision.
Because if you have one, you can sell it for some serious bucks. Tyler Chamberlain, my kids got one last year, and it's the stupidest toy. Tyler, sell that right now. The kids won't miss it if they had it last year.
you should have never taken it out of the package.
You're making huge bank, Tyler. Huge bank. Anyway, this leads us to every year there's a hot toy trend.
Hot toy trends.
And if you've lived, I don't know, through grade school, like you know that every year there's a toy that everyone wants for some reason. And I swear to you, toy manufacturers just want to be that toy.
Circa 2007, 2008, the Wii sold out absolutely everywhere. In fact, I walked into Superstore one day. They were so hard to find, and they had Wiis there. And my wife and I already had a pack that I wasn't going to get video games, but the Wii was there. And I bought it, and it was a very tense Christmas.
You should have bought it and then just sold it to the next customer in line. For the
I
double
should have,
price.
but I really wanted to play it.
It was like that.
And then, moral of the story, we had people over all the time, parties, American Idol karaoke, we'd play Resident Evil together. It was probably the best thing for our marriage.
It's like quite the contrast of the games that you span there.
Sure.
Anyway, it's
Mario
fun.
and Sonic Olympics.
What else we got?
It's good. We've got the Tamagotchi.
The original iPhone game, the Tamagotchis. These were everyone wanted these. Everyone wanted these, and I was like so pumped to get one, and I finally got one. 3 buttons, and I'm like, this thing sucks. It sucked.
I remember, like, how is it that, like, all the cool kids had Tamagotchis? I never got one.
I got one. Hold on, let's clarify. I got one super late, like when it was uncool. But I'm like, finally.
Yeah, like
3
last year
buttons.
you bought one off eBay and you're like, this isn't that fun?
No, I got like 6 months
Wasn't
after.
there a knockoff version too?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
There's always a knockoff
Yeah.
version. I'm sure I got that one first, actually.
Yeah, your parents are like, it's not the real one, it's just like a fake plastic.
But it was
thing.
cool
No
because
buttons worked. That's
like
why you
people were
didn't
like, hey,
it.
they grow and they defecate, and then you have to feed
And
them,
they
and then
could die?
and it's like, oh, this is amazing, but it's
An electronic pet. Man, have we moved on. How about these guys? Tickle Me Elmo, original.
I remember hearing a story of my older brother. Some kid was parading it in his grade school down the hall. Like, I got one. And he was like the king for the day. And I'm like, what?
I feel like maybe if you were 4,
No, this is grade school. So this is Alberta. So we're talking like grade 7 through 9. Somewhere in there.
got his Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah. Like, it was cool then.
That's like
it
that
was kind of like
finger monkey puppet. Like, no good is
Fingerling.
happening there.
fingerling.
So,
It was cool.
hearing from you guys, too, if you have other ideas. I love this one. Great find. Only time I'll ever give credit to Greg. This moment right here, great find. Creepy Crawlers Workshop.
Creepy crawlers. They're squirmy and wormy and purple and green. The most ferocious little creatures that you've ever seen. I wanted one real bad and never got one.
Yeah, because it was just pure sugar. Which
Sure.
is kind of like
Hold on.
those...
You don't eat them.
What do you mean you don't eat them?
Creepy crawlers? You don't eat them.
I thought this was like the shake and bake or oven bake or
No,
whatever.
they were-
Absolutely ate them.
You did not eat them.
Yeah, let's look at here. Everything you make rubbery, creepy crawlers.
Fill the mold with plastic goop, morons.
fine.
You don't eat plastic goop.
No, it's fine. You caution, immersing this toy can cause electric shock, knock around for children under 8 years of age, as with all electric products.
Or they made edible ones. Like
Yeah,
an edible
eventually.
version.
Eventually.
Probably after 83
Hey.
kids died from eating them, because that is not clear. You're basically making gummy worms.
Oh my goodness.
This is what's wrong with society. This is a gummy worm maker kit. It's terrible.
Anyway.
Easy Bake. Thanks, Ashley Thackeray. It was called Easy Bake Oven. Remember?
So, my brother sent me a Christmas present. And
Oh,
I thought
boy.
we'd open it every. Speaking of like really rare toys, I was thinking about the
Where did
JAGS
this
Nation.
come
This
from?
is from Australia, actually. Because you can't get them anywhere else. So I was like, hey, what if Nintendo Classic? Look at this, the SNES Mini.
Are these popular or something?
Yeah, you can't get them anywhere.
All right, there we go. Look at
And so I loved the Super Mario RPG. So I thought, you know what? Next week on the show, we're gonna give this away live.
that. What?
Yeah,
You're going to give this away?
yeah.
Why?
It's Christmas. So you have to watch the show next week, and one of the lucky viewers.
Can we go over
We'll ship
some of
this
these
to you.
games? Oh, this is maybe a little hard to see. We got Zelda, Mario World, Donkey Kong Country. Oh, that's a good one. Super Metroid. There's some good stuff on here.
Anyway, it'll be
You're
fun.
going to give this away?
Yeah, I'll put it on the shelf
Does
for
it
now.
have some like weird Australian power cord?
No, it doesn't come with an adapter.
Oh, you got to buy your own. Anyway,
Next
there you
week,
go.
tune in live.
Okay, tell your friends, or don't tell your friends. This is a problem with this now. They don't want to tell their friends to watch the show.
Well, we'll tell them to tell their friends.
Speaking of which, right now, can you guys just hammer on that share button? Share the show right now. Just share it. You know, maybe some likes, loves, angry faces. Mix in some angry faces because people wonder what's going on.
You share with the hashtag hamduck. That seems to be a thing.
Yeah, there we go. Just share it with Hamduck. People will be curious what's going on.
Okay, so there's a hilarious new chapter of Harry Potter. It's called The Portrait of What Looked Like a Large Pile of Ash. So what some, I'll call them scientists did, they took all the Harry Potter books and put them into a computer so that it learned the language of what J.K. Rowling wrote with. And then they said, okay, now write us a new chapter. And it's online for you guys to read. It's actually quite funny.
And it's all written by computer.
Yeah, predictive text.
predictively texting. Have you ever done that thing on your phone where you just like hit the predictive words and see
Yeah.
what ends up coming out?
See what it tells you about yourself, what you're about to do next. We should
Somebody
do that
go
one
in the
day.
comment section and just predictive text a bunch of things right now. Like just go in and whatever words pop up there, hit it like 15 or 20 times. Let's see if we can get some funny comments out of here.
We should do a day of like just responding to everyone that responds to us with predictive text.
That'd be funny. So I think we can read a little excerpt here.
Yeah, I like the bottom
Anyway.
one. Leathery sheets of rain lashed at Harry's ghost as he walked.
The sky outside was a great black ceiling which was full of
blood.
Anyway, it seems like a good job.
I'll be checking out that one tonight.
Checking out some of those. Hey, producer, if you end up getting some of those comments or random predictive text things, just throw them up here and we'll read them whenever we get to that. So
Will do.
What if it predicted Hamden?
Oh,
That'd be kind of a fun
that'd
thing.
be that'd be wild. Hey, how about our good buddies over at SpaceX here now in a
Space war. There's a space race. Who can get
Space
to
race.
Mars? Who can get to Mars first? So in the 60s and 70s, there was a massive space race between Russia and America. And as the world turns, this race is between America and America.
America. It's good for the economy. Boeing CEO came out and says Boeing will beat SpaceX to Mars. Oh, do we got a comment? Sue Russell, you can totally do that as a kid. Is at risk for you guys today because I'm sick of it, but no luck with the fever. Is the first time we're keeping it a secret except for you, a select group of you. That's good stuff right there.
Predictive text? Yeah. I was like, Sue, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what we just said.
Not bad.
Jared, hey, do I need a ride to the casino or should go home or not? I can come over and grab you lunch.
Yep, I'll take
Yeah,
lunch.
sure. Ride to the casino and lunch. Thank you, Jared.
Wild.
That is fun.
Yeah.
So, space race. Anyway, this should be fun.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Mars, and now I have a chance to watch someone go to Mars, so it's kind of
True
fun.
story, actually, nobody cares.
Do you care? Anyone?
No, we don't care. It's going to happen someday. Maybe it will.
There's
Maybe
a lot of
it
people that
won't.
care.
Things we do care about, though, this is the last great debate of 2017. How should you cut your toast? Which I think actually we have a poll here, producer,
We do.
that we can put up here. So they're showing a few different ways. We've got, I think we have to use a hashtag. What did I put in there? Hashtag diagonal, hashtag vertical, hashtag horizontal, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, so two is horizontal and three is vertical.
Just vote right now. It's got to be hashtag and then that word to vote. How do you cut your toast? Which, like, there's clearly some issues here. One, I mean, the first diagonal cut, that is the diner cut. Like, yeah, if you go to a diner, you're going to get the diner cut of
yeah,
toast.
I love the diner cut. It's
There's-
prestigious.
Then there's a middle one which they're trying to say is the horizontal cut, but they put it vertically because they're morons. And then the third one, it's upside down. Like, look at it. The top of the toast is at the bottom. Nobody cuts their toast like that.
Listen, I'm a generational toast cutter, and I've cut my toast all those different ways, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, where I'm at.
I don't want to know about
my
how you
place
cut
in
your
life.
toast.
Yeah, like right now it's diagonal because I want to feel regal.
Okay, well, how would you cut your toast?
I just said diagonal right now.
No
James
cut, hashtag vertical. Okay, we got some good. Nice
Yeah,
to see
James
the-
Rathwell says vertical. I mean,
There's different people. Jackson Bain, grilled cheese 1, normal, toast 3. Okay,
Wow.
you know. Oh, that's interesting.
Grilled
Corners
cheese.
for grilled cheese. Maybe that is a grilled cheese cut.
but
I'm
your
opposed to
real
that.
vote, Jackson, is actually number one
I
because he
guess
called
it
it
is
normal.
toast.
He
Yeah.
called it normal.
Normal toast.
Oh, normal toast is 3. I got you. Okay.
But,
Yeah, one diagonal.
Diagonal.
Right?
Diagonal. I want to ask the producer to pull the poll up on our screen. He might be a little tricky. Anyway, toast.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Diagonal 54%, vertical 27%, horizontal 18%. You guys, you don't all cut it diagonally. You want to think that you're that fancy, but you don't.
What I think is kind of cool is what I would like to do is like see who actually voted, and I will after in the comments. But like, oh, I didn't know you were a diagonal.
No, I'm literally going to go back through all your diagonal. You're going to have to hurry and get ahead of me. I'm going through all your Instagrams to find the photo of your toast that's going to be in there at some point and call you out for being a liar. Because everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm fancy, I cut diagonally. You don't. They only do it at the diners.
Yeah. And guess what? He does not hold grudges.
Does
either.
not.
So
What's this about?
this was the kind of thing for you. These electric skateboards are becoming in vogue right now, and this one you don't need a remote for.
Electric skateboards.
You don't need a remote for. You just use your weight kind of like a surfboard. I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, I mean, it looks good in theory, but whenever people try and do this without a remote, it just doesn't work the same way. I did see, though, that they had a pushy for strollers for pushing kids with an electric skateboard, and that was cool. I also want to get some winter tires for Can I just tell you guys, these are so much fun, and they're too expensive right now, but once they get cheaper, this is a great way to get them.
Electric skateboard, Google it. Skateboard.
You're outside, you get some fresh air, you can get around easily, and I think it's just better for your soul. Go quickly on electric skateboards until you die.
Or just use an Uber. Either one. It's fine.
Oh, yes, please. It's now time for...
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
To which a Japanese firm to use drone to force overtime staff to go home.
Yeah. So like the working culture in Japan is like it's very serious. People dedicate themselves to work. It was such a bad
Dedicate or defecate?
dedicate themselves to
dedicate.
working. It's such a big problem that this organization says we have to get people home. So this drone flies through the building, blasting like this siren, and I think it blows some sort of air on them to tell them to get out of the building because
Like stinky fart air?
I don't know, but you have
Be
to
smart.
You have to go home. You have to go home. Like, how many people do you know that you'd have to say, like, you have to go to this extent to get them home?
Just working away and there's a drone on your shoulder. Just so you go
that's
home.
all I said. But you imagine, like, in your office where you work right now, if someone was like, hey, you can go home, don't worry about it. They'd be like,
Probably some people watching
ya.
the show are like, send the drone!
yeah, like, see ya.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I don't know if you heard about this in the UK. They were using... What happens is as you get older, your ability to hear high frequencies slowly drops off. And so what they were doing to keep teenagers and kids from like congregating around businesses is they put speakers that only blast the highest frequencies, which adults can actually hear, but only teenagers can, to like get them so they didn't want to hang out there. It's kind of brilliant.
Is that true?
It is
Is
true.
that a true story, Chris?
It's true.
Chris is
Yes.
an avid Redditor, so I know whether or not things are true because he's on there all the
Thank
time.
you, thank you, Chris. Hey, let's get into a little bit of real talk, the part of the show where we actually try not to waste all of your time and maybe make your life a tiny bit better if you're still watching for some wild or crazy reason. So I've got a video. I think I'm just going to play the video.
Yeah,
I
it
was
kinda speaks
inspired
for itself, so.
I was inspired on Sunday about just some neat things that are happening here. So let's play the video. I have the 703,518th most popular channel on YouTube. I don't live in a fancy city like New York, LA, or Toronto. I don't have any famous friends, viral videos, or people to film me. I didn't get to 1 million subscribers in a year. Do I wish I did? Yeah, you better believe it. But I started. And then I worked hard. Hundreds of videos, thousands of hours, countless comments. The trolls, the haters, the naysayers. It's not easy putting yourself out there. But I'm still here. Creating, iterating, improving, putting in the work. Because I love it. It's me. It's mine. And it matters. Because you guys matter. Your comments, your thumbs up, your thumbs down. Endless feedback, endless community, endless opportunities. You see, we're all creators. Some big, some small, some none at all, yet. We're all in this together. All different, all unique, all amazing. This isn't about fame, and it's certainly not about fortune. It's about sharing who we are, what we love, what we see. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be us. That's why we're here. To use who we are and make others around us a little better. Tell your story, find who you are, rinse and repeat. So stop waiting, hesitating, second-guessing, hoping for that perfect moment. There's no such thing. There's only today. Today is the day you get to create something. It's probably not going to be good. It certainly won't be great. But it'll be a step. A step towards why you're here, what makes you tick, what makes you breathe. Today. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today. Go create. All right, so if you didn't catch that, there are more than 700,000 more popular YouTubers than me.
Here.
That could be somewhat depressing to you, but what's really interesting is I didn't roll the stats at the end. People have spent 2.2 million minutes watching my YouTube channel, which is, kind of crazy, but it's just this idea that sometimes we think we're waiting for the perfect moment or the right time or having a big enough audience to actually put ourselves out there and be creative. There's no sense waiting for that because there's never going to be a perfect moment. There's never going to be a right time. I just want to encourage you guys, get out there and do something. And it's funny because I remember even when we started this show, it started over a simple conversation after us having met like 3 or 4 times, going like, hey, do you want to do a Facebook Live show? And you're like, sure. And it's like, and you're like, when do you want to do it? And I'm like, how about next week? And just kind of started, and now you guys are all here hanging out with us, and we're having a blast together because we just started something on whim. And I wonder for you, Jags Nation, how many amazing people are out there waiting to start something that's just going to go wild and be way more fun and entertaining and good than what we're doing.
Yeah, like Grace Corbett from Vegas. Like I said, hello from Vegas. You can do anything creative. You're not just saying like go film videos, take photos. Maybe it's dance, maybe it's writing, maybe it's just starting a positive habit in your life. I know that for me, the other day I kind of like took stock of my life and realized that all my good habits were going away and I'm just replacing them with bad habits. And I'm like, oh, this cycle kind of sucks. And then I realized, wait a minute, I can fix that.
Absolutely.
I can start good habits too and kind of go the other way around. But easier said than done. But your point is, start.
Yeah, and things aren't going to be good at the beginning, but they just get better, and that's part of the journey. And so if you create something, you're like, this sucks. It's like, yeah, that's how it always starts. It always starts sucking. So go out there and suck, you guys. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. That's not what I meant to say.
Please stop.
I was thinking of, there's this SNL Celebrity Jeopardy where
mulligan.
Sean Connery's always like, shuck it, Trebek. Shuck it long and shuck it hard. Anyway, I got into that. So we're gonna leave you guys with a couple of positive things here, though. Before you go, one reminder: Jags Christmas Challenge. Nobody's doing it, so good for you.
It's a Power Live right there.
Power Live right there.
Hey, we were actually serious about the JAGS Christmas Challenge. Even if you don't hashtag us, let us know if you guys do good things. We'd love to document it on the show. Tomorrow, next week is our last show before the Christmas break, and then we'll be starting again in January. Prizes, that sort of thing. We'd love to feature your good deeds on the show if you have them.
We're going to be doing next week as well the JAGS Christmas picks for stocking stuffers and getting gifts for your loved ones.
And I'll mail someone this. Someone will win this. So
Miriam Dini says, suck it, new motto. Yes, I love it.
I'm not using that.
Why?
I don't really get it.
Oh, well, it's fine. Yeah, this is maybe the greatest video on the internet. We're going to play this and leave you guys out there. Thanks for watching the JAGS.